And I have returned. Welcome back. For those of you watching the VODs, hello! We are continuing on today with the production of the poor alien samples as well as the green science on the train network on the path towards getting into good alien samples. And there are kittens. There are kittens behind me, mucking up the green screen. So as a reminder, for those who are watching live on Twitch, I do have some additional ways of spending your salt grains. Those are the channel points that you accrue by watching. Of course, when you have a Prime subscription or just a subscription in general, you do accrue at twice the normal rate. The salt grain channel points. You can now have your name put into the game on various objects by spending your channel points, or you can force everyone to sit through a 30-second ad. And that has a limited number of uses per stream, just so we're clear on that. A limited number total uses per stream. I'm probably actually going to lower it from what it's currently set at. I think I put it at 5. We've had it happen once thus far this stream, but yeah, I'm probably just going to lower it to like 2 times total over the course of a 3-hour stream. That's added, of course, to the normal ad break that I usually have when I do take my break. It's break time, so I'd run a 120-second ad break time during the break. The break is actually 3 minutes-ish, so gives people some time to get up, stretch their legs, and all of that. And it's not breaking the flow of anything. But if you are particularly evil and would like to disrupt the flow of the stream for other people who are not subscribed or using ad blockers, then sure. Go ahead, make them sit 30 seconds and miss 30 seconds of me talking, saying absolutely nothing of particular value. Alright, let us continue. Oh hey, I finally am getting my logistic requests. Isn't that beautiful? We've left off on the empty, or the actual petri dishes. We just set up the infrastructure so that I can actually make the petri dishes. I has agar now. It's glorious and beautiful. I need microorganism mines. 7 microorganism mines. They need to be fed and have an output, so the positioning needs to be about here. There we go. That's 7 of them. Did I accidentally grab a doohickey? No, I didn't. I did not grab a thing, and I apparently just took one step outside of my logistic zone, and so they just all go away. They all go away with all the stuff they're carrying to deliver into some storage chest, and then when I'm in the logistic network again, a whole new set of robots grab entirely different stuff to take to me from the mall, rather than say, hey, you guys that are close to me with stuff, bring the stuff back to me. That's one little bit of behavior that's just like, why? Why? I mean, I can understand from a technical standpoint exactly why they do that, is because it uses way too much processing per individual bot if it were to behave that way. Thank you so much for the follow. Like, each individual robot would need to be actively, every tick, listening for, hey, there's a new order coming in, right? So, in reality, these guys don't truly listen for additional orders. They received their order to deliver into a specific chest, and they're going to ignore anything else that happens until they've completed that order. However, bots that are not holding on to anything, if they're picking up stuff from the trash slots, if you leave the logistic zone and then walk back into the logistic zone, the game will reassign bots that were in flight to pick stuff up to you to continue to pick stuff up from you from the trash slots. So there actually is functionality for bots in flight to receive new orders if they were otherwise going to rest. If they are idle bots, they become idle in the event that they are not holding on to anything and there's no order assigned currently. They're just going to go back and rest. So then the game is actually processing on the idle bots, even if they're in flight, to give them additional orders. But if they have something that they're holding on to, oh boy, they don't care. They cease caring. Hello. The Ollie has come to say hi. Hello, Ollie. Hello, my sweet, my gray boy with very light markings. Well, dark markings of tabby. He's dark gray with black tabby stripes, or shall I say, darker gray tabby stripes. So you can barely see them. And he is considered gray, not gray tabby. His sister, Dolly, she is a gray tabby, and she has white, lighter gray on her belly. It's not actually true white, actually, but regardless, her back is, like, dark gray. Same as Ollie, but she has more white in her fur, and you can very, very clearly, like, she is tabby striped. The tabby stripes are very clear, and Ollie is actually just sitting in the lap now. That's so nice. It's so nice. You finally calmed down. The play is done. You're done with play for now. You're done with playing. Done with playing for now. Ollie does have some interesting eyes, I have to say. Interesting colors on his eyes. They both have, on the outer edges, the rims of their eyes are yellow, and more inside of the eyes are green. That in and of itself is not particularly rare among cats, but not only does Ollie have that, they both have that green with the yellow around the green. Meow. Dolly is set up shop directly under my chair, like between the casters of my chair. So if I move the chair, she's gonna get rolled over or have her fur pulled out or something. That is not the best spot for you, Dolly. That is not the best spot to sit. She'll learn eventually, I guess, the hard way, not to sit in that spot. So I was saying, with Ollie in particular, he not only has the green and yellow, but he has a little wedge on the bottom of his eyes. Just this little bit of a darker color. A much darker reddish, brownish type color as well. So that is a little bit more interesting, honestly, to have essentially this tricolor type of eye. It's odd, to say the least. For 3. Could you not? Do I need to, like, not have you fight by doing... Yes, pressure air. Pressurized air. Big loud noise. Big loud noise, go away. That's the whole point of the pressured air, by the way. I'm not aiming it at them to blow air on them. I am blowing the air to make a noise to distract them and make them run away from the loud noise. Alright, so that should be the mines. That's my incubated dishes. What else? What is next? Get our pin back. Get the pin going. I have done all of those things. All of those things are done. Alright, so the next thing is the DDC to get the rich clay. I need 1 DDC on the rich clay. It can be literally anywhere as long as it can be reached by the tar. So how's about there-ish? We're doing this recipe, please. That's off a tile, isn't it? 1 stupid tile. There you go. Off by what? Could you not fight? Dolly is the one that is, like, crying out. And every time they fight, Dolly is the only one who will cry out. But she's not even crying because she's in pain. It's just she just vocalizes when they fight. It's like not even because she's in pain or in trouble or anything like that. She's just vocalizing. And she wins the fights. Ollie's always the one who backs off first. And she will actively go at him too. So, I mean, it's not even Ollie being overly aggressive towards his sister. That she is also aggressive towards him. On top of that, so it's like, oh yeah, great, wonderful sibling relationship these two have. The most idyllic sibling relationship these two have. Such a peaceful coexistence. Let's see. These go into separate doohickeys. I'm not going to combine those. All right, so we're ready for the like final countdown. I guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. I have lots of space to work with. Thus why this probably shouldn't have been oriented in this manner. I should orient it horizontally, like here-ish, because I have the space to work with, and this is basically just in the way, potentially, of train stations, but Actually, thinking about it, the train station is going to be right here in the center, so it does make sense to have enough space for all of the requester stuff in the center here, and I only need 2 providers, so there are 2 depot slots, so that should be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We'll be completely okay. I also need soil, but that's just soil. I mean, that's a building, like a singular building. Let's get this one as the ground samples. Just add soil into that building. Make sure it has water in greater than 0 quantities. This is where this is going. And it makes that stuff. And then I need this to make this stuff. And it's going to have 3 things including whoops. Including this stuff. That'll go there. Sure, I'll do a mixed. Excuse me, your output. Alright, there we go. And this will be my beautiful 4 alien samples. The glorious and the wonderful and magnificent. Thank you so much for the follow. Biosamples will go in somewhere. And I need an output somewhere. Biosamples in, output, whatever. And I need 2 of these. Alrighty then. That changes things ever so slightly. There you go. On that side, and input, input, output, output. There you go. There you go. Now, I'm not really building this in such a way that makes it particularly easy to scale here. But, do I particularly care? Not really, no. Because as we go on, we're going to get access to Mark II buildings. That's a biggie. I might go ahead and upgrade from the 0 energy basic seaweed farms to the Mark 1s and or the Mark 2s to compensate, to make up for the fact that the Mark II stuff in general is going to be a lot faster and capable of producing a lot more stuff and consuming a lot more stuff for that matter. High pressure furnaces in particular are triple the speed at Mark II compared to Mark 1 because it's a flat +1 to the crafting speed. It goes from 0.5 to 1.5 at Mark II, so it's a pretty significant difference. If these were 0.75, it would be directly double, but no, they're 0.5, and that's the intention, I guess. So that's those things. That's the stuff. It's all the stuff. It's all the stuff. Now I just need the 2 research centers. Here. One more tile. There you go. Better. Why is that better? Because it allows me to do an escape hatch. You're gonna prioritize the science, obviously. Like, that should be without question. You're gonna go 1, 2 to the left. Give me a little bit of space, just in case I ever do want to scale this a little bit more. Give that power. Give all of that power, and I think we're ready for a train station. Just set the recipes, and we're good. Now, performance is not what it used to be. No. No, it is not. I am officially running at 1.5x, but I'm barely getting 1x. Like, I am barely getting 1x, and it's exclusively because of the awfulness of the Factorio mod. That it is so poorly optimized. Like, holy god. Like, even if I go and I do fix a lot of the completely not optimal stuff about how I've designed thus far, or at the very beginning when I was starting to use the Factorio buildings, even if I were to go back and like add in all of the chest connections and the bulk pipe connections, reduce the frequency of the stuffs, like, just the sheer number of buildings is always going to have the stupidity that is the energy grid time usage. Like we can look at this again. The energy. Where is it? The electric network. The electric network is up at 5 milliseconds on the electric network. Like, what? What? This should be like 1. This, under normal circumstances, this is like 1 or 2, not 5, right? So that's extreme. It's higher than the entity update, which is just, yeah, that's incredible. And it's only because of how Factory Smo handles the electric grid and the transfer of electricity across surfaces. It's all, I guarantee this is Factory Smo and its issues. And script update, yeah, 2. We're in the 2 range on Factory Smo. That is a lot for one script. That is 2/3 or higher. More like 80% of the delay caused by script update is Factory Smo 2. Like, what? So I could very easily like cut this update interval in half by getting rid of Factory Smo. So that's what my plan is that I'm going to work towards, is killing Factory Smo overall, because like, sure, entity update is going to be the same regardless. In fact, it might be even higher, because when I replace the stuff, I'll be building more higher scale than what I even had in the actual factories. But it's still going to be vastly outweighed by the fact that I will no longer have the script update and all of that electric grid shenaniganry going on. It is pretty insane how bad. That's gonna go down, that's gonna go up. Down, down, up. Is there another up? Yes. Biosamples. Oh boy, I have to keep... That's not biosamples, is it? No. Yes, no, maybe, yes, that is biosamples. This one, though. This one's the combined bone meal... ralesia. Ralesia seeds. Right, I need 3 ralesia seeds. Where are my doohickeys? Botanical nursery. I need seeds. I need 3 seeds. Oh god, it's 3. Why you need be 3? Why you not be 2? Why you need be 3? Why you need be 3? Like, come on. Why you need be 3? I'll do this when I get to the... Like, I'm gonna set up the train station first. You're wondering how I get Helmod to add maximum modules? Control click. Control left click. When you want to bulk add modules, just hold control left click and it adds all of the modules for it. That's a relatively recent addition to Helmod. Relatively recent, but added pretty much exclusively because people were complaining about it because of PyAlien Life. I'm pretty sure it only exists because PyAlien Life. And the amount, the sheer volume of modules that are part of that. So yeah, little quality of life feature. Just hold control and left click and it'll add full. No more having to dig into the module priority mechanic, because that's another thing that you can do, is go in to this module priority setting. You have to go into like preferences. Now you can just go to preferences under the normal way with Helmod itself and just be like, hey, I want a module priority setup, and it's going to be augs, and it's going to be a bajillion augs, like all of the augs, and then I could go into an aug and just be like, hey, take module priority 1 on this the first one, which is the augs, and it'll just assign as many as it can of the whatever value you put. But I don't need that, so anyway, moving on from there, I need a train station. I need a train station with 5 inputs and 2 outputs, which is pretty big. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stuffs. Pretty close to what I need. It's always a good idea to just look around, see if you have anything that's even remotely similar to what you're trying to go for. I don't think... Okay, well there's... Oh yeah, and one needs to be a fluid as well. So I think this is the wrong orientation. Unless I have the insert, like the entryway from the left. If I have the entryway from the left, it should be okay. Like, although a lot of the times I have the entryway from the right. I usually have the entryway from the right. But this is designed with all the ones that are on the bottom, where the entryway would be on the left if I want the orientation up. So what am I going to do about this? I'm just gonna have the entryway from the left and deal with it. Grab that. I'm going to make a couple of adjustments in that I don't need like that stuff. Still gonna want to attach a few signals up there anyway, but regardless, I don't want any of the belts or the warehouse or the loaders. I don't need those. I don't need the pipes. I do need the pipes, but not the pipe to grounds. I don't need those pipes that are somehow part of this. Alright, go ahead and save that. It should look a little bit nicer. Alright, where am I? Where am I again? I'm here. I am right here. Oh. Stupid placements. Yeah, you there on this side, and I have to move the other one on the other side. Always gonna have issues of the placements of these roboports. Like, no matter what I do, it's either gonna be the correct side or it's gonna be the wrong side. Hello? Wild Ollie has appeared. Oh, that's the paste. I need that. There we go. I can place a thing. I do not have enough rail to fully build this. Ollie, what are you doing? He has a toy in his mouth and he's running around with his toy. I don't need any of that. There. For those. We are not stacking on this day. We're not going to worry about stacking today. Not with this stuff. Yeah, control click fills modules. That's what I did say. I do not need a third one of these. This is depot. Depots. Glorious depots. This one's logistic science. This one is poor alien samples. Or do I just call them poor samples? I don't know. That little single segment always gets on my nerves. The one little single segment that gets left behind. It's all like right here. This one little segment here. It always gets on my nerves. Thank you for the autosave. I wonder how big my autosaves are at this point. My saves in general. Probably fairly large. Considering it's trying to save 200 surfaces. Like, thank you, Factory Smo, for that. I mean, yes, I did set it to do 200 surfaces from the default 100, but even 100 is like insanity. Number of surfaces. It should not be 100 by default, really. I mean, I think it should be more than that. This is going to be an input station, not an output station, just so we're clear on that front. Oops, do not want to get rid of those. Oh wow, I have a whole bunch. Go away, thingies. I have blueprint. Blueprint! There you are. Hi. Get rid of that. Blueprint. There. Hello. Are you proper? No, you are not. I need to grab and place. There we go. I'm pretty sure that somehow a bug was reintroduced with TSM at some point or even nanobots. Something happened, but nanobot placement of the stations is borked. It's just borked. It doesn't properly put the attach the station name. It doesn't. Something's wrong. It's not updating properly. All right, you are request glass molten at logistic science. I just had an ollie. He's still playing. He's got his toy in his mouth and he's still chewing. Still chewing. He has a little we have these little chipmunk toy. It's a little soft furry toy in the shape of a chipmunk that has a cavity in the middle of it that you put in these little balls of catnip. So he's playing with the chipmunk that has the balls of catnip inside of it. However, they're not old enough yet to actually be affected by catnip. They have just turned 5 months old, these kittens, as of yesterday. They will not begin to get interested in / really feel the effects of catnip until they are at least 8 months old. So we have a few months yet before, on average, they begin to really start getting interested in the catnip. And we have reality. Hello, reality. That's just Ollie on the green screen, just moving the green screen behind me. So yeah, just that there, and there's the thing. Yes, that's bring me stuffs. Really? What? Like, what did I do? Like I changed a name. Like why? Why did this suddenly stop working? This was working like just a few updates ago. Like last update, but even I've actually tested the previous update to TSM and it still does this crap. What did you break? Train supply manager, you broke the name changing thing, I guess. It's really, really weird behavior. And then if you mistakenly don't notice that the name here hasn't changed on this train requester thing and you do your request, the train tries to send it to that broken station name and it can't because that name doesn't exist, but it's assigned that thing and it won't reassign to another thing. And even if you go to the train and delete the broken station from its list, it's still not going to update to a new station to send stuff to until after you go back to the supply and then have it go back to the depot again. It's just weird and broken and dumb, and I'm getting tired of it happening. Really tired of it happening. But regardless, now that I figured out the intricacies of the situation, it's a pretty quick fix regardless whenever it does happen. So this is going to be the molten glass, which is under here. Molten glass. There you are. And right. Boink. It's fine. It's fine. So this has not updated, I think, just because the molten glass is not in a depot right now. There it is. That's the other thing, is you need to actually, have the train available to arrive. So that should update very, very... Hello? This one's going to be the logistic science. Please go to your actual supply station. That would be great. And this one's going to be S for alien samples. Ta-da! There's the first thing. The beautiful molten glass. Okay, now I need the actual 4 solid requesters. I can get rid of those things now. Regular requesters. Times 4. Blech, that's 3. Yes, I know. And that's 4. Cool. Just kill that there, that belt. Don't need that belt. Don't need this shared stupidity either. Actually, I do. Actually, I do need the shared stupidity, but that one is fine right there. I guess I don't need... Keep that one. Get rid of this one. And it'll go up from here, just so that it's not, like, in the way. Oh yeah, and good luck trying to get rid of that one little thing from a ghost. Like, that's... You're always gonna end up having to undo. That's what I do, is it, because when you right-click to get rid of it, it gets rid of the straight first and then the curved. So if you undo, it undoes the removal of the curve. And not the removal of the straight segment, which is very much the intended behavior. Also, this is signaled in the reverse. This is wrong signals. But that's easy enough. I've been tempted to use regular rail signals. Tempted, but haven't done so yet. On the intersections here, particularly on really long stretches of stations. Actually, I need it there, 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 and there's that one. All right, good. Particularly on the really long stretches of station, primarily because if you have the chain signals along this straight line, regardless of how many requesters or whatever you have, even providers, just regardless of how many stations there are, a train that's trying to leave has to wait for another train to completely clear the entire intersection, right? It has to clear this. It has to clear this before the next one is allowed to begin to leave. But if these were standard signals, then they would be allowed to continue to leave. But I don't know if there's some sort of math or anything like based off of train length, like how many should be regular versus how many should be chain, or issues would happen if these were regular signals. I don't know. What I do know is that I need more rail, and in order to do that, I have to sit in my logistic zone and give my bots enough time to get to me in order to actually get those rails placed. So let's get to where my bots are. Let's get in the car and start making my way back towards the mall to help speed up this process a little bit. It would help, though, if I actually, had some rail in the vehicle that I can just grab when I need it. Oh. Okay, as long as I hug the inside of that, I should have stayed inside of the network. And all of this is in the network. This is all fine. I can just exist here. Now, where are those bots? They are here. Oh, hello. Hello, roadblock. I constantly forget to not run in the center of these. Not supposed to run in the center. That is not ideal. Maybe I need to add like a caution. Add caution stuff to the center line. Add the hazard crete. Add this stuff, hazard concrete. Just make a big line down the center of just hazard concrete that's like yay wide. Just so that I don't that's this precisely this wide of hazard concrete. Just going all the way down the line. I am very much considering that. Or just anything different so that I know that it's not safe. Different than the next lit tile. This is next lit tile, by the way. It has plus 240% movement speed on it, which is great and ideal, and I have not gotten the rails yet. Please rails. There's the rails. They were way over there. They were way over there. Why are you all over here? That's in... Oh, because they are delivering to this. Right. They are delivering to this, which has some rail in it, which means that they do go here to deliver rail from me, for me. Yeah. So the way that the buffer chests work is that the bots will pull from buffer chests to fill personal logistic requests. That's one of the purposes of buffer chests, is they will bring stuff to you, to your personal logistic requests from these. Which means they do go out of their way to get over here. Why do I have these here? This is a way station for my construction bots. As I expand outward, this is just supposed to be a central place for them to come and pick up rail segments so that the construction bots don't have to go all the way back to the mall to pick up materials to continue constructing stuff. Don't know how well that's working out now, and I in no way, shape, or form actually need to have the other stuff in here, the landfill or the concrete. It definitely helped with the concrete stuff when I was setting that up to begin with, but now it's like I may as well just delete the whole thing. That's like, if you want to see my frame rate / GPS go down to like 40 range, 48-ish, I think, all I have to do is just let that happen. As every single construction bot that I have, you can just watch as the number depletes. 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, 0 available construction bots, and you'll start to see, yep, the total bots starts to flood as all of the stored construction bots that I have made up to this point now get added into the construction network, and it's still going to be 0. That's going to stay 0 for quite some time. And it does this, of course, when I try to put down tile as well. I'm thinking of waiting on the tile placement until, like, continued tile placement, until I have the extra capacity upgrades on my construction bots, because at the moment the construction bots only hold 1 tile at a time, and that's a little slow. You may be able to guess that that's just a little bit slow. Also, I only have 200 rail out of the 3. Oh, what? You're supposed to be 3, not 2. It was 5. I meant to bring it down to 3, but it seems I sent it down to 2. Yes, next slit tiles, just because I have nothing better to do with the next slit at the moment, basically. Here they are. The beauty of all of the construction bots converging on this one location. Over 14,000 construction bots just converging on this one location. Now, they spread out like this because they're charging along the way, and you can only charge a certain number of it at a time. The roboports charge 1 at a time. The charging stations only do 4 at a time. So they spread out like this as they get closer and closer, and then they'll get into here, and then they'll all go to the same location somewhere in here. But yeah, so the next slit is here. I have a thing making next slit going to a train station as well as going into other tile. It's not enough to do 2 tiles right now, but if this was backed up, it would all go into tile. I've got a few units. I've got a few units of the tile. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 24,000 plus 6.2. Okay. So I have a few units saved up of the next set tile for use around the place. I think it's just barely enough that I could actually replace all of the existing concrete and fill in the rest. It would just take hours, literal tens of hours, for the construction bots to do that. Seems like I'm down only to the 50s rather than all the way down to 48. Where was I again? Over there. I went a little too far. Also, yeah, I have a whole bunch of meat in my car now. A whole bunch of meat in the car. Yeah, that's because I deleted the big fish build, right? When I deleted my mall, or my bus, shall I say, I deleted my bus. In case you weren't here at the beginning, yes, I have removed the bus from the face of existence. My fish are here now. My fish are here now. They move, they make urea for me. We took care of finishing off this one in the last stream, and I went and I finished off the other side as well off stream and just added it together. So now I have it's about 10 total urea between these two. I just need to make sure that I like filter off meat at some point, because right now I'm not actually filtering that off anywhere. So I can continue to have a supply of fuel for my crawdad, and eventually Dingrito, and eventually the Podisis. All of these vehicles. Beautiful, glorious, wonderful vehicles. Okay, you there. You are requesting what? You are requesting bone meal. Oh, right. The way that I can't have shared, and it needs to be the other side as well. So I need to redo all of these belts, regardless. These belts, they aren't supposed to come out this side. They need to come out the left side, and not shared either. Yep, not shared, not shared. Okay, and then you there. And this is not going to expand anymore. I can do my triple botanical nursery. So this is going to be R ralesia at Logistic Science 1. In case I ever have another, I have the 1 on the end. So this is gonna be ralesia. Making seeds. And then the seeds can go and meet up with this guy. This guy being our bone meal at Logistic Science 1. I can go ahead and I can request that ralesia now. And bone meal. Scroll. Ralesia. Oh, right. The stuff. So, in the event that you do this, make this mistake, I have to go here. I have to delete this. And I think we're okay. It has entered this. I think I got it on the cycle. I need to delete, replace. Now it's correct. Get that marked. Do that. Do that. And now it is on the way. Very, very important stuff. Very, very important stuff. Now, are you assigned? Yeah, so you say you're assigned to our Borax class or 1. We'll see about that one. We shall see about that one. It's supposed to be bone meal at Logistic Science 1. Doesn't update. It doesn't... Well, no, it doesn't matter what the initial name is, because I'm always giving it a new name, right? So even if I have a blueprint set to not copy the name, it's just going to assign a random name anyway, and then it will still have that same problem as soon as I rename this. Something happened with the renaming of stations that it's not correct anymore. So I have to like do that, do an undo, and there you go. Now it's there. Break it, undo it, and it will properly assign itself. Just need to be very careful to pay attention that it's actually assigning properly. So bone meal is right there. Bone meal, there it is. It's on its way. It is on its way. Yeah, so requester stations very specifically rename themselves to a unique name, even if you're placing down a copy with a name. So this is a unique name. It does not matter what the name is that the game assigns it. This is a unique name. It's appended a 02, just like this appended a 01 at the end of it. It's a unique name. It's the fact that I am changing this unique name with this requester light already placed. So this one is going to request what? Lab instruments at Logistic Science. And we can see it updated. Hey, guess what? You know why it happened? Because I already replaced this train requester. This is nanobots. Maybe. Probably this is nanobots. So if I change, what's the fourth one? What's the fourth input I needed? What was it again? Biosamples. It is biosamples. Actually, I'm going to change this one to be... I'm going to make a copy first. Just Control-C it. This one's going to be the biosamples. Biosamples. This one's going to be lab instruments. See? It broke. Something's going on when I paste the blueprint. I guess. Like, because I can delete this and undo it and have a nanobot place the thing, and it's fine. But there's something going on, I guess, with my blueprint. I might just be my blueprint. My TSM request station blueprint. Might be something going on with that. And it's a fairly recent change with Train Supply Manager, by the way, that they added this setting for blueprints. Full blueprint mode. If this flag is set, then confirmed blueprints will include full requester lamp details, including priority schema, hide, and requester priority. They added this setting, and it's broken my existing blueprint that it doesn't need any of this information. It just doesn't update the lamp when I change the station name. Like, it doesn't update the lamp when I change the station name. But this isn't from a blueprint, though. Technically speaking, this is from a copy-paste from an existing setup. It's not even going through my initial blueprint of it. It's copy and pasted from somewhere else that's working. So I really have no idea that, like, they broke something when they did stuff with that setting for blueprints. They somehow broke copy paste, I guess. 'Cause yeah, I shouldn't have to delete this lamp and place it down again after changing the station name the first time, after initially building this. That makes 0 sense. Anyway, this is biosamples. You have to like scroll pretty far down, I think, for actual biosamples. They are on their way, and this will be lab instruments, which are here. And they are all on their way. Yay! Why is bone meal not here? There's a pathing error. Pathing error? Oh noes! What's going on? Why you no path? Why you no path? Why you no path? This is no pathing. Why? No path. There is no path. Supposedly. There is none. Not an existent path. This is fine. Oh yes, completely wrong direction. Completely wrong direction. Yeah, they're supposed to be on this side. Right. Right. Okay. Well then. We have to do this completely over. We have to do this completely from scratch. Yes. Go away. Go away. Your services are no longer required. Your services are no longer required. Now let's find one that actually is oriented correctly. That sounds like a plan. Oh hey, there's my construction bots now. They're doing a thing. So let's have it where they go in the correct direction. That's not the correct direction. That's not the correct direction. Or, like, rotate. I guess I can just rotate. Grab that. Spacing. Spacing is everything. So I need this, because this fits exact in the middle. Alright, now to go through that whole rigmarole all over again, because I've just copy-pasted. Oh, boy. That should still be the same. Alright, hello. That is our latex at rubber 4. Right? This is going to be our lab instruments at Logistic Science 1. It's a whole bunch of numbers. There's our repetition, right? That's our, like, order of operations. And then we undo, redo, and voila, there's the name. Like, yay! There's consistency. We've figured out that there's consistency. This one's our biosamples at Logistic Science 1. Yes, I know. Hi. Hello. Hello, Dolly. Dolly is here. Beautiful, pretty Dolly. Hi. Hello, my sweetie. My sweetie with the big, bushy tail. Bushy tail. Yes. Yes, my gray tabby. Tabby girl. Hi. Yes, my baby. Gonna come help me set up train stations? No? You're leaving? You're leaving me to go to the window? This one was our bone meal. Bone meal at Logistic Science 1, and this one is our ralesia at Logistic Science 1. Hey, it actually saved the ralesia one. Hey, it actually saved the bone meal one. And it has the biosamples one. Like, ah! Why? Why? Did not understand? Does not compute? Does not compute? Why? Why you do this? You? There. You? That? That? Oh yes, I need to, what? Yeah, there. To the rear end. Ralesia. Ralesia. Bone meal. Bone meal. Huzzah! Success! Ish. Somewhat successful. I would hope. So much for that. Yeah, it works. It works. Yeah, it's on a splitter, but we're fine. We're doing ralesia seeds. And this one can still do its thing. There we go. Yay! And these are all going into this. That's that line. This line is biosamples. So that's you. Need to be very careful of trains. This is why I am going to be in the vehicle at all times. Because as a gentle reminder, the vehicle is immune to impact damage. Crawdaddy-o wins in fights against trains. It always wins the fight. And if you're going fast enough, it'll destroy the cargo wagon as well. Does that actually stretch? Yes, that does stretch. Okay. Phew. Phew. The molten glass. I need a pump. And a thingy. Oh. That's more convenient, isn't it? Like, that should evenly pull from each side, I would imagine. So let's use that. Let's use that to my advantage. In a placement that is a little bit more consistent with where I need it. I need it here, technically. Nice. So that's the incubated petri dishes, ultimately. And all I need to do now is just figure out and get the 4 alien samples and logistic science brought in. Now, that gap is the most I got to work with, so that can go straight, but that'll go there. Pretty sure the one on the left is logistic science. Come on, backing up. Backing up! Yes, the one on the left is the logistic science. Hello, Ollie. Yes, that's the pressured air. I know. Welcome, welcome, Ollie. Hi. How you doing? Yes, I know you want to move. Can you be on my lap? Yes, you can be on my lap. You can settle on the lap now that you have begun to play yourself out. You've played yourself out. I hope. Oh yes, he sees the things on the screen, and now he's going to be very interested. He's now in front of my monitor. He's looking at my cursor. Are you gonna paw at the screen? Are you gonna paw at the screen? Are you gonna do it? No? You're just gonna sit there, take up half my screen? You're just gonna sit there and take up most of the screen? Yes, I know. Hi. Alright, what's going on? You are just starting to get the biological samples. Biological samples are a very different thing than biosamples. They're a very different thing than biosamples. Hi. You gonna sit down there? Yes. Alright, so Ollie is now right next to me on the desk, on his, on the towel I have there. Yay! Samples! We has samples. We did the thing. We actually did it in the one stream. It happened. We did the thing in one stream. I should have been able to do a lot more than this, but we got it in one stream. Oh boy, that's fine, I hope. Do that. Wagon, 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 wagon. Of course you're gonna be limited. Dramatically. Drastically limited. You are S2D. Full circuit condition, auto magic. You are for S2D. Full circuit condition, auto magic. And that's that. Green! We've got Logi Science. It exists. We've got it again. Yes, again. Because we've already had it. We have all of the green science technologies. This is just getting it off of the main bus, which I've already deleted, and onto the rail network. I'm out of power. So it seems like the amount of power that was required was a little bit too much for the for all the construction bots I have going, trying to take care of those buffers. Yeah, we're running on solar at the moment, which is not quite enough. So the current solution is to have them stop on this. Now I have said that I'm. Oh God. Yes, that's a few things. I did say that I had a bit. Now they're just going to all like why you know? Excuse me? I said get rid of the request. There you go. Now we're talking. Get rid of the request. This theoretically should bring itself back, since I do have existent power. It should positive feedback loop all the way back to its amount. So I've said before that I am supposed to have 1.9 gigawatts of power. Well, I don't now, because I've sort of deleted a lot of stuff on the main bus at this point, which means I'm not really getting ash voided on at least one of my setups up here. So let's take care of that situation. Let's take care of that situation. I can also like delete even more off of this. Like I can get rid of all this. Like that doesn't need to exist at all. But yeah, there's a issue in that this isn't being voided. It's a bit of a problem. Oh yeah, I'm full. Hi. Well, I need to stack. Yes, I know you're in need of power. And I will bring this up to, or temporarily up to here. There you go. It's nighttime. Once it goes through the night hours, the solar will kick in again. But I also have a backup plan. Remember how these things exist? Yeah, I've got some combustion mixture that I can use. There we go. There's some power. There's some power. We need a bit more. You may wonder why I need 14.6 gigawatts. That's just because of how... That's a byproduct of how the Factory Smo mod works. It's trying to fill in internal buffers on the various factories. Factory Smo factories. Which, yeah. Can be slightly painful. And just chew up all of my combustion mix on me. What? Oh, this isn't even connected anymore to the main grid. Wow, hi. Yeah, that would help. That would help. Are you? Yes, you are connected to the main grid. Am I getting rid of all of Factory Smo eventually? Yes. I will eventually be removing it from the face of existence. It will be a disabled mod. I will completely disable it once I am prepared to disable it. That is non-negotiable at this point. I like the concept. It just uses way too much processing. It is not even remotely ideal as a thing to even consider using in its current state. Where is my voiding line? Excuse me? There you are. Yeah, so that's obvious. This used to be fed by coke rather than biomass. So let's get that flowing again. There should be a couple more spots. Get that flowing. And get that flowing. So, unfortunately right now, these are the only setups in here that I actually have this emergency overflow. Yeah, it makes for great fun designs. I will still be using a lot of the fun designs that I came up with for the Mark 1 factories, like this titanium build. You see this titanium build right here? Each one of these units, each one of these little units was what I had inside of a Mark 1 Factorismo factory. Like, exactly, it was this. And I would have 5 Factorismo Mark 1 factories inside of a Mark 2 factory, doing exactly this into one of these classifiers. And I would have exactly this. I had 3 rather than 4. So I had 15 Mark 1 Factorismo factories inside of a Mark 2, one Mark 2, going into 3 of these classifiers. But yeah, it's just a little sad. And this is going to go decline from 6 down to the actual amount. It's just filling up those internal buffers on the Factorismo factories. I think that's what it's doing. It's also, you know, big demand for charging as well. Just as long as we don't run out of combustion mixture. That's the only problem I can see happening. But, right. Yeah, that... They should stop delivering here. All of the construction bots should be finishing their deliveries, etc. There should be less of a demand here at some point. Come on, Power. You can be good boy, right? You can be good thing. Anyway, the last thing I really need to do here, as I suffer for power, is make sure that I assign, actually in here under coal processing, the poor alien samples. As well as the green science, logistic science packs. As provided. And then up here, I have a glorious, beautiful our logistic science at science. Our logistic science at science. Hello, you. You're going to get logistic science. Ta-da! Now, once I have that train filled, it'll come in and it'll have this belt, and I'll have my red science and green science in science labs. There we go. What new things are the good alien samples going to unlock? It's going to unlock Ulrich, in particular. good alien samples. They're also required to get into pie science and chemical science, so there's a reason I'm going into good alien samples. It's because they are needed for the next level of science, just in general. But we need them. They unlock Aurum, they unlock Muckmo when I have artificial blood. That's a biggie. But I will be able to make the Aurum, I think. Yes. I will be able to make Bodos, although I don't have much use for the Bodos. The Muckmo are after artificial blood, which is cobalt processing stuff, which means rare earth ores. But in particular, Ulrich, Tufra unlock, Bagnots unlock, Novins unlock, Yotoi unlock. Yeah, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff. Yadels unlock, and I would not be able to make them until Circuit 2s. So I have to, like, pay close attention to the codexes as well. Codices as well, to make sure they're not using Circuit 2s in them. Because, yeah, the Yadels need Circuit 2s for their codices. Bagnots are just Circuit 1s. They become available now. Bodos are Circuit 1s. I can do those. Things like the Comounts I don't need anytime soon, even though I could make them, and they are Circuit 2s for their codex, so that I know is not on the table. Arthurians are a blue science. They are pretty locked into blue science now. It used to be that Xenos became available at artificial blood, but they also got actually pushed into blue. So yeah, there's lots of stuff needs the good alien samples, a lot of which will unlock at blue science, but we're going to work towards getting the Vat Brain blue science pretty quick here. I do have the small parts on my logistic network. I have the science packs and Nextlit on my train network. All I really need are brains, crude oil, which I can convert tar 3-to-1 into stuff, and fetal serum, which I have only the guts that I need out of this to get the fetal serum. So I may sidetrack to do this, but just so as we're clear, the guts and the brains are going to be this right here. This right here with Augs, instead of bone meal, it's just going to be guts and brains, and it's going to be copied and pasted, and instead of being bone meal here, it's just going to be guts and brains. That's the only difference. That is the only difference, and I have run out of my buffer. Beautiful. I have run completely out of my buffer, so I've got a bit of a power issue that I will need to solve. Yeah. At this point, I need to, like, disconnect all of the Smo factories, because that's the problem right now. It's just the Smo factories trying to fill a buffer that can't get filled. Funny how they removed the oil to biomass, but not tar to biomass. It's fine. It's fine. Like, even King Arthur said that there's no intention to remove the tar to biomass recipe. It's okay. Tar is used for so much stuff. Like, under normal circumstances, there is essentially no chance you would ever want to really do tar into biomass. There are many alternatives, but it's okay for PyBlock. Like, that's very much only a consideration I make in PyBlock. to do biomass this way, just because I have as much tar as I want by placing blueprint down, spending a whole bunch of resources in the form of the buildings, but yeah, that, as they say, will need to be that for now. So, of course, off screen, I'm going to take care of my power issue. Oh boy, that's great. That's great. We've gone dark. The base has gone dark. What a way to end off the stream for the day today, all because I had not been getting any power out of any of these the entire time, and I just ended up looping myself to death. With that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you're watching the VODs on YouTube, please be sure to do all the engagement and social stuff below the video, and if you are so inclined, I do stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/OtakuShowboat, so head on over to leave a follow to be notified when I go live if you haven't already done so. You can also support Pyandon's mods development at patreon.com/Pyandon and myself at patreon.com/OtakuShowboat. Next time, we're doing stuff and things. We are working towards getting good alien samples going. So, in terms of what we'll be doing on screen next time, Kickalk, I guess. I think the on-screen stuff is going to be Kickalk or sodium hydroxide microfiber stuff. Maybe work towards primers. I will Vrauk off screen because we've already done Vrauk on the mall. Or on the bus. We did Vrauk on the bus. It's going to be the same build. It's just here in a thing. The Vrauk's not going to change. Retrovirus not going to change initially. I'm going to set up something for the fluid, the liquid nitrogen, once I do get access to the particular things. I will be setting up chromium off screen, nickel, niobium, plastic. All of this is like plans for off screen stuff, moving from here to here, work on removing all of this, expanding the base out, getting more of these power cells placed throughout the place, and yeah, that'll be that. We'll be working on Kickalk stuff, I guess, next time. So I will hope to see you all then.